had no game plan whatsoever. We were just being ourselves in a very unusual and exciting situation. I mean, yeah, the whole motivation was we loved music, we didn't want to work.
With a top 10 single now in the US charts, being in Bananarama was turning into a full-time job.
To be a Bananarama member, it involved getting up really, really early in the morning.
Taxi 6:30, go to the airport. Siobhan was always late.
Go to Germany for the day.
Get off the plane and just go straight to breakfast TV.
And then do like 5 magazines, interviews.
I remember one trip we did like that for a week, every day for a week, to the point of Karen was almost having a nervous breakdown.
And then to cap it off beautifully with a meal with the record company at night.
You couldn't just go out and enjoy yourself. You had to get up and do all that work all day long. I mean, we were quite happy just travelling the world and going to different clubs, really. I mean, the work was immaterial. It was incidental. That's the word I was looking for.
We were just going around the world, sort of throwing up in hotels and clubs and just getting very messy.
Everything was an option. But groupies, I mean,
It was
didn't really do the groupies because they were always a bit odd.
Boys living next door are never what they see.
95% of the job is utterly tedious publicity and promotion, and we're really not, as personalities, cut out for that kind of thing.
There's a photographer outside from Denmark, and he's been waiting 3 days for a photo. So if you could just come outside, that's all he asks. We did ask 2 months ago, and you did agree.
And can't he come back next week? Look, I'm sorry, but I mean, this is awful. I mean, this is, you know, we've been working really hard today, and you come in, it's just like one more thing to do.
The solemn moody thing, I think, only came because people saw the bright clothes, the videos, the teenage girls, and expected us
frothiness
to be frothy, and we're not by nature and never have been frothy.
We weren't cute girls next door, we never were. You know, we were the kind of girls that your mother really wouldn't like you to go out with, actually.
In 1984, Bananarama were at their peak. With a string of hits worldwide, they were the ultimate girl group. But just when they were at the top, they decided to take themselves seriously and try their hand at writing a couple of tracks about politics and the state of the nation. But they blew it, and their next 3 singles bombed.
We'd worked with them for 4 years. We'd done everything. We were becoming stale, and it was time to move on. And I think that they went to the Stop Aching Waterman camp, and they injected some new life into them.
You Spin Me Round Like a Record came out by Dead or Alive. It was amazing. I loved that record. I loved its energy and its mentalness, and that's how I wanted us to sound.
Stock Aitken Waterman weren't this omnipresent pop juggernaut that they subsequently became, so it wasn't perhaps seen as quite the kind of credibility damning move that maybe it might have been 10 years later.
They came to me with the idea of wanting to do Venus, which I thought was an appalling idea.
It started off sounding like a sort of tired R&B thing. I was going, no, not like that.
They just said, doesn't sound like Spin Me Round. Well, I said, you didn't tell me you wanted to sound like Spin Me Round.
They were going, it'll never work. And what a great record we made. I'm still very proud of it. I love it. It was #1 in America.
They reinvented themselves as a fun party group. It's a pop classic, and it was like a dance anthem in the gay clubs. You knew all the words, and you certainly knew the dance routine.
Beauty and love, and Venus was a name.
here was this group that could work in the gay discos, but was making pop records that, you know, straight boys would buy because they fancied them, and little girls would buy because they were like their big sisters.
I'll never forget, the minute I saw the video, I just went, that's unbelievable. They were Sex on a Stick. They were absolutely Sex on a Stick. You see her in a skin-tight devil outfit, you just go, wow, my God.
Making every man